evening, family. Good evening. How are you doing tonight? Welcome to this week's edition of What's Going On. I'm your host, Pastor Akin Bandele. I welcome you tonight. I hope you've had a great week. We had an awesome Resurrection Sunday, and the week after Resurrection, we're still experiencing the power of the resurrection. I welcome all of you tonight. I want you to share the video. We're going to wait on some of our family members that are supposed to be joining us. Share the video with your friends. Share it with your neighbors, your co-workers. Welcome to our program tonight. Especially if you know somebody that is sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know somebody that's suffering from any kind of disease, any kind of illness. You need to get them on the line with us tonight. Amen. We welcome you. Also, let us know where you are from. Let us know where you are watching from. Welcome tonight. Last week, we dealt with different causes of diseases, and then we gave you things that you can do to have your optimum health. You remember when we talk about the things that cause disease in our bodies, we mentioned that when you are stressed out, that will cause you to be sick. We spelled, we have an acronym called SODA, soda, like soda water, SODA. So S is for stress, so O is for oxidation. This is when you begin to rust from inside out. So you have to get rid of oxidation in your body. And then we talk about dehydration. That is the D of soda, dehydration. When you don't drink enough water during the day, you have to drink 50% of your body weight in ounces. And then we talk about auto intoxication. This is where you die from inside out. You are rotten. You become rotten from inside out. When you don't eliminate, when you eat and you don't eliminate, you are actually dying slowly. And then before we ended last week, we gave you, 7 things you can do to obtain your optimum health. And I'm not going to reteach that, so you can go watch the video from last week. We gave you 7 simple ways that you can achieve your best health. Number 1 is hydration. Number 2 is your diet. Number 3 is using the right salt or refined salt. Number 4, taking iodine in form of kelp, iodine. And then number 5, vitamin C. You got to take vitamin C. Then number 6, you have to take magnesium right at night before you go to bed. And then the last thing we dealt with was number 7, which is exercise. You have to exercise. Whether it's walking or swimming or aerobics, jumping ropes, you've got to do something. And then several people that are dealing with diabetes, we gave you some information on last week. So thank you, Sister Yolanda. I'm on my way to my healthy place. Yes, I am. Amen. So we gave you information about diabetes on last week. So tonight, we're going to be dealing with blood pressure. Blood pressure. If I have time, I may get into cancer, what's causing cancer and how you can get rid of cancer, how you can eliminate cancer in your life, how you can prevent it from actually happening to you. Amen. So tonight, if you know anyone that has hypertension or high blood pressure, you need to get them on the line right now. Get them on the line right now. Amen. I'm going to, let me see. Okay, I don't know if our people are on yet. I don't see, I'm not seeing, I'm only seeing Yolanda's comment. But again, we welcome you. High blood pressure. Well, just for, I know people are going to be rolling in late. in case you are watching me after we've gone off the air, you can go to last week's topic that we dealt with when we were dealing with diabetes. Sister Vivian, God bless you. God bless you, Sister Vivian. Thank you. I think YouTube is just slow, letting us know who are on. But tonight, we are going to I'm going to start with high blood pressure. I'm going to start with high blood pressure. We're going to talk a lot about it because there's so many people that are dying slowly without knowing it because of high blood pressure. High blood pressure can literally burn up your kidney. High blood pressure is almost like it's a slow killer. It's a slow killer, so you got to be very careful. Sister J. Lyric, welcome tonight. Welcome all of you. Invite your friends, share the video. Let me share it on my Facebook page. Amen. So if you have high blood pressure, you need to be joining us tonight. If you have high blood pressure or you have hypertension, you need to be joining us tonight. Or if you know somebody that has high blood pressure, they need to join us tonight. Join us tonight. All right. Okay, I just shared it on my Facebook page, so for my AV team. Well, let's deal with it. Blood pressure. Everybody got blood pressure. If you are living and breathing, everybody got blood pressure. There is a normal range, and there is a range where you got to be worried. That's when you get to the stage of hypertension. And then there's another range where you actually been diagnosed with high blood pressure. Once you are diagnosed with high blood pressure, let me tell you this. Yes, you can pray, but you need to try to take some high blood pressure medication to bring the pressure down, because you don't want to destroy your kidney or any other organ in your body. So blood pressure is measured in millimeters of mercury. Millimeters of mercury is mm, then Hg. So that's how it is measured. So there are two numbers. You've got the upper number and the lower number. So with blood pressure, the numbers will be something like 176 over maybe 117 rather, not 176, 117 over 76. Now, the normal blood pressure, the range that the doctors want you to have is really 120 over 80. 120 over 80, but it can vary. I'm trying to renew my screen so that I can see this comment. Okay. The blood pressure can actually vary depending on what is going on with you or what you are doing. But when you look at 120 over 80, the top number, they say for a healthy person, it needs to be about 120. The bottom number needs to be about 80. And it's measured again in millimeters of mercury. The top number is called systolic. Systolic. That's the top number. And which is, is also considered the higher number of the two numbers. It measures the pressure in the arteries when your heart beats. That means when your heart muscle contracts. When your heart muscle contracts. So the top number, systolics, represents the pressure in your arteries when your heart beats. That is systolics. And then the bottom number is diastolics. And the bottom number is a lower number also of the two numbers. It measures the pressure in the arteries between heartbeats. In other words, when your heart muscle is resting between beats and refilling with blood. And I want you to understand this because you need to know, those are numbers that you need to know. And also you need to know your pulse rate. Your pulse rate. Most blood pressure machines that you use to take your blood pressure will also give you your pulse rate. A healthy pulse rate is between 60 and 80. Now, if your pulse rate drops down to 30 something or 35, 40, you need to check yourself into the hospital. I actually have one of our members that her pulse rate went down 2 weeks ago, and she had to go to the hospital, and they had to actually put a pacemaker in her body. Because if your pulse goes down low, you're just going to lay down and die. You die a silent death, literally, because your heart is not able to pump enough blood to all your extremities. So low pulse is very, very dangerous, just like high blood pressure is very, very dangerous. Now, if you have any comments to share with us, feel free to share them while we are sharing with you tonight. So the top number is a higher number, the systolics, and the bottom number is the low number, diastolics. And the average, the recommended average is 120/80. Now, for a healthy blood pressure, there is a chart that is recommended as defined by the American Heart Association. So you must know your upper number and the lower number. Remember the upper number, 120 or lower. And the lower number needs to be 80 or lower. Now, that is the normal blood pressure. That's the normal blood pressure. Now, if any of you that's on the line tonight, go ahead and type what your blood pressure is today. Because many of you don't even check your blood pressure. I check mine every day. And mine today is actually, I'm going to just post mine right quick. My BP, I'm going to shut into BP. My blood pressure today was 124/76. 124/76. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to share your blood pressure with us, or whatever blood pressure reading you have had. Yolanda has a 110/70. Man, that is excellent. That is very, very, very good. That is excellent. And Sister Vivian also mentioned something about gender. Age, gender, and race can also be different, can play into it. Thank you very much, Sister Vivian. That is so correct. Age, as you age, the blood pressure is going to go up some. But my only problem is Yolanda is aging, but her blood pressure is not going up. Yes, she's aging, but the blood pressure is not going up. So, so she has a real good blood pressure. She's also an African American, and the blood pressure is not going up. So she's really maintaining a good blood pressure. Mine used to be 115/75. And mine started going up because I started eating some bad food, really. Not bad food, but food that's high in sodium. When you have too much salt in your food, that blood pressure will go up. And blood pressure can also change several times during the day, depending on what you are doing, depending on what you ate, and things like that. So, but the recommended number by the American Heart Association, the systolic number, the upper number, they say 120 and lower. Like Sister Vivian said, it could vary based on age, gender, or race. And that is totally correct. I totally agree with her on that one. So it can vary with age. So as you age, it may go up to like 125, 126, 127. And the bottom number can actually go up as, to 85, 86. So, but you don't want it to get any higher than that. So that is the normal range that's recommended, 120/80. And then some of you are now posting your blood pressure. Lady Betty needs to post hers. And some of them need to post their blood pressure. We want to see where people are. Now, according to American Heart Association, there is something referred to as pre-hypertension. Pre-hypertension is when your top number has gotten between 120 to 139. 120 to 139, the top number. And the bottom number, 80 to 89, that is considered pre-hypertension. That means you are going in the wrong direction, pre-hypertension. And then when the blood pressure gets to over 140, the top number, over 140 to 159, and the bottom number, 90 to 99, that is stage 1 hypertension. That is stage 1 hypertension. And then stage 2, when the top number, the systolic number, gets over 160, and the bottom number 100 and above, you are stage 2 and you are in a crisis. You need emergency care right away. If your blood pressure is hitting 160 and higher, the top number, and the bottom number is higher than 100, you need to go to urgent care immediately. If you let it go any higher, it's going to become a problem to where you can end up damaging your kidneys and some other organs in your body. And once you damage your kidneys, that means now you've got to go to dialysis 3 times a week. See, that is the worst thing you can do, to mess up your kidneys, because you are not paying attention to your high blood pressure. Presley, welcome tonight. So if there's any question, go type your questions, and we'll be able to answer those questions for you. With the numbers, if you have any question about the numbers, type the question, and I'm going to try to answer them for you tonight. If there's no question, now that we know that the right numbers for blood pressure, normal range 120/80. Again, with your age, race, and your age and your race, and also your gender can play into the numbers. But once you get past the top number gets past 160, and the bottom number higher than the bottom number higher than 100, you are in hypertensive crisis, and you need emergency care right away. Somebody told me 2 weeks ago their blood pressure was 179/100. I said, you are dying. You're going to lay in the bed with that blood pressure, and you're going to have a stroke. Literally, you can have a stroke. Literally, your kidney can fail because of that. I've seen people that actually, there was a guy that I met that he said his blood pressure caused him to even lose his hearing. He became deaf. I met a guy in Louisiana that became deaf because of high blood pressure. So this is something you don't want to play with. Alice is watching this with her co-workers. Alice actually works in the medical field. All your co-workers, you all can chime in. You can type and ask questions, or you can share some information with us. We are all learning together tonight I'm just giving you some information. We're all going to learn together. Okay? Again, thank all of you for watching us. So to summarize, your systolic number, which is the top number, you want to keep it 120 and under. As you age, it may get to 122, 123, 124, but you don't want it to keep climbing. And the bottom number, that's diastolic number, has to be 80 and lower. Once it gets to 90 to 99 to 100, the bottom number, you need an urgent care because it's considered an hypertensive crisis. And you need to go ahead and check yourself into the hospital. Okay? Anytime your blood pressure reaches 140/90, that is considered hypertension, and you need to deal with it, okay? Let me give you a formula that I got somewhere, and I'm going to try to put it here. They said you can add 90 to your age to consider your normal systolic blood pressure. 90 plus your age. So if you are 30, that will be 120. If you are 40, if you are 30, yeah, that will be 120. If you are 40, that will be 130. Now, if you are 60, that is 150. But I don't ever want my top number to get to 150. Even though this is what they say, somebody said they taught, a doctor said they were taught in the medical school to add 90 to their age to determine the systolic number, the top number. But for me, I try to keep it not higher than 125 systolic number, and the bottom number, the diastolic, not higher than 85. Anything over that is too high for me. It is dangerous, okay? If you have a blood pressure that's 120/70, that is okay. That is okay. Now, if your blood pressure is getting too low, you need to take vitamin B. Take vitamin B, and it will raise your pressure a little bit. Because low blood pressure can also be a problem. If your pressure goes too low, you can faint. You can become dizzy. Okay? So, high is bad and low is bad. No, high is actually worse because high can burn up other organs, but low blood pressure can also be bad. You can faint. You can pass out, so you got to watch all that. If you have high blood pressure, also you need to try to take vitamin E. Vitamin E. See, the upper number just shows that your blood is dirty. And the lower number has to deal with the muscle, the strength of your muscle. So we're going to talk a lot tonight, knowing that, you're on a daily basis, there's over 2,000 gallons of blood that your heart is pumping. Over 2,000 gallons a day. So your heart pumps the blood to all your organs, and then the organs take out the oxygen from the blood, and then it goes back, okay? It goes back to your heart. Now, what happens is it passes through the lungs arteries so that it can become oxygenated to get more oxygen, and then it gets pumped back out. I'm not going to go into details. People that are in medical field, they can actually explain how all that works. But all I know is if you have high blood pressure, you need to take care of it. You need to do something about it. So let me tell you, when my blood pressure started rising, I'm going to give you something that I did that actually helped me. I'm not sure if it's going to help everybody, but it helped me. Okay? When my blood pressure got over 125, over 85, I was concerned. So this is what I did. I took 8 onions. I went to the store. I bought a bag of onions. It can be red or white onion or yellow onions. It really doesn't matter. And I washed it, and then I cut it in half. I cut all the onions in half, and I put it in a pot. Okay? I poured a gallon of alkaline water inside that pot with the 8 onions that's cut in half. Then I got me a container of blueberries, and I poured it on top of the onions with the water. And then I turn my stove on, and I cook it on a very, very low heat for almost 8 to 10 hours. So you're not really cooking it. You are doing what I would call a slow. You can use a slow cooker. That is the best way to actually do it. Use a slow cooker. Set it up for 8 hours. You can buy a slow cooker at Walmart for like $25-30. You cut 8 onions, put it in the water, 1 gallon or 1.5 gallon of water, and you get you a container of blueberries, wash it real good, and pour it on top of it, and close it, and turn the slow cooker on and let it cook for about 8 hours. After 8 hours, you're going to get a sift, and sift all that water out of the pot, sift it into another pot. Okay, sift it real good into another pot, and then the onions will have turned into like paper, and the blueberries, they will turn into almost like thin paper. You're going to squeeze them all in and get all the juice out, and then pour the onion and the blueberry, just pour the shell, pour them out. I mean, it looks nasty when you finish, really, because the onion will turn like almost like paper thin. All the nutrients, everything in the onion has come out of it. So now what I did was I poured the water, the mix, I poured it into 16-ounce bottles. I was able to make 8 bottles out of what I did. I made about 8 bottles out of the pot that I cooked. And I put them in the refrigerator. And I drank 1 in the morning and 1 around 5:30 in the evening, 5:30, 6 o'clock. And I did that for 4 days. And it dropped my blood pressure to the normal range. And after that, I was able to maintain my blood pressure by exercising and watching my diet, what I eat. If you are joining us tonight for the first time, hey, you are watching What's Going On, this week's edition of What's Going On. We are talking about being sick and tired of being sick and tired, how you can obtain your optimum health. Last week, we talked about the causes of diseases, and then we dealt with the diabetes, the people that are suffering from diabetes. We studied that and gave them things they can do to actually get their doctors to take them off of their diabetes medication or insulin. So this week, I'm focusing on high blood pressure. So if you know somebody with high blood pressure, they need to watch this video in its entirety. So that is it. And then there are some things, natural things that you can do. I'm going to be coming to my YouTube to read some of your comments. So I want you to keep putting your comments up there. I'm going to read them. Yolanda Ford, good information about the onions, because high blood pressure medicine has many side effects, one of which will also damage your kidneys, which could lead to kidney failure. Thank you, Sister Yolanda, for that. Yeah, I know the doctors prescribe high blood pressure medication, and some people are taking 2 of them, but you want to be careful that you don't stay on it for life. Sister Yolanda, thank you for that, for those comments. You want to stay on that blood pressure medication that the doctor gives you, though. Even you may want to take it for the first day, for the first week. Because the deal is you want to keep the fire down. You want to keep the blood pressure down. So once you keep it down, then we need to find out the root cause of the blood pressure, the root cause of the blood pressure. Thank you for that. Jean Giddens, remember, Pastor, drinking alkaline water with kidney disease can cause additional kidney problems. Thank you very much, Sister Jean. So she just gave us a comment here. If you have a kidney disease, you cannot drink alkaline water because it can cause additional kidney problems. Thank you very much, Sister Giddens, for that information. So if you have a kidney disease already, you cannot drink alkaline water because it can cause additional kidney problems. So I would say you need to keep your water neutral. The neutral water is 7.0. So if you can get like a Pure Life. Now you want to be careful not to drink acidic water. Acidic water will hurt you. But you want to get a water that maybe not alkaline, but you get water that's neutral, which is 7.0. Pure Life is 7.0. So Sister Jean said, just be careful not to drink alkaline water in excess. If you drink it in excess, it can also start causing, if you already have kidney problems, it can cause more problems for you. Thank you very much for that information. This is why I'm saying, if you got information, listen. The information that I'm giving, the information that my viewers are giving us is helping everybody. This is about all of us coming together to fight all of these diseases the best way we can. Now, I'm going to give you some things you can also use. I don't know if any of you ever heard of garlic. Garlic is also very good. Garlic is well known as a natural health remedy. And it actually helps with a lot of ailments. I eat garlic almost every day. I used to just get garlic every morning. I will put it on a skewer and I will roast it on fire. I will just roast some garlic and I will eat it. After I roast it for about 5-10 minutes, I roast it real good and I wash it off and I eat garlic just like that. But I ran out of garlic. I'm going to send my wife to go get me some more. And then another thing I would do, I would take garlic and lime or garlic and lemon juice. I will put a little bit of honey in it and I will blend it real good, and I will take a spoonful, 1 tablespoonful of garlic mixed with garlic and what am I looking for? Not onions. Lemons, garlic and lemons. So you take garlic, you peeled it off, put it in a blender, get some lemon, cut it and squeeze it into the blender, and then put a little bit of honey in it and blend it all together real good and pour it in a jar. And take a spoonful once a day, tablespoonful of it once a day, and keep the rest in the refrigerator for the rest of the week. That will also lower your blood pressure. Okay? There are 10 ways you can control your blood pressure without any medication. And I'm going to try to give you those 10 ways tonight. Again, I want to thank Sister Alice. I want to thank Sister Vivian. I want to thank Sister Yolanda and Sister Jean for all your comments and your information. You are truly helping somebody. Amen, amen, amen. All right. When you start gaining weight, blood pressure will also increase. So one of the ways that you can lower your blood pressure is to lose some weight. Lose just 10 pounds, 4.5 kilograms. It can help you reduce your blood pressure. The more weight you can lose, the lower your blood pressure will get. The more weight you're able to lose, the lower your blood pressure will get. If you are overweight, your blood pressure will go up. And then you taking medication for blood pressure, it will lower your blood pressure. Then you're going to have a kidney failure later. It can damage your kidney and damage some other organs. So while you are taking your medication that the doctor gives you, you need to find a way to control your blood pressure naturally so that your doctor can take you off of your medication. Remember what I said last week? Don't ever medicate yourself and don't ever take yourself off of medication. If your doctor puts you on the medication, make sure you go back to the doctor for them to take you off of medication. Don't medicate yourself to death. Okay? So lose some pounds. If you lose some extra pounds and you lose some of your waistline, your blood pressure will go down. Men are at risk if your waist measurement is more than 40 inches. If your waist measurement, brothers, if it's more than 40 inches, that is 102 centimeters, you are overweight. You need to lose some weight. You are fat. You are fat. Maybe if they tell you the truth, you'll lose some weight. Don't let them tell you you're just big bone. No, you're not big bone. You are overweight, you are fat, and it's unhealthy for you. It will raise your blood pressure. So there's no point in lying to one another. If you're fat, you're just fat. Let's just tell you you're fat so that you lose weight. I'm not going to lie to you if you're overweight. I mean, I remember I would tell my wife, hey, you're gaining some weight now. You're gaining weight. Because if you don't tell them, some people don't know. They think that their clothes is shrinking because they send it to the cleaners. Your clothes are not shrinking. You are getting bigger. It's not the clothes, it's you. So, men, brothers, if your waist measurement is more than 40 inches, you need to lose some weight. You are actually at risk. Let me talk to the sisters. Women, you are at risk if your waist measurement is greater than 35 inches. That is 89 centimeters. 35 inches. Now, Asian men are at risk if their waist measurement is greater than 36 inches, which is 91 centimeters. And Asian women, they are at risk if their waist measurement is greater than 32 inches, which is 81 centimeters. I was going to ask you all to put your waist, but I'm not going to do that to you tonight. I can put mine up there. My waist measurement for men, I'm in range with mine. Mine is 31 to 32. That's for a brother. If you get to 40, go ahead and measure your waist, brothers. If it's more than 40, it's time to lose some weight. Sisters, Afro sisters, African American sisters, ebony sisters, brown sisters. If your waist is greater than 35 inches, you need to lose some extra pounds. All right, let me go to number 2. Number 2, what can you do to lose weight besides you losing weight? Exercise regularly. Exercise regularly. So I thought I was going to have some people writing notes for me online. So number 1, lose some weight, lose extra pounds. Since nobody's typing for me, I'm going to type it. Lose extra pounds. Okay, that's number 1. Lose extra pounds. Number 2, exercise regularly. You need to exercise regularly. Some of you exercise once a month. You have to exercise regularly. So, okay, Sister Yolanda, thank you very much. You're going to help me out. Thank you, Sister Yo. So number 2, exercise regularly. Okay? Regular physical activities, even if it's just 30 minutes a day, and you have to do it all week, can lower your blood pressure by 4 to 9 millimeters of mercury. You can lower it by 4 to 9 just by exercising. And it doesn't take a long time for you to see a difference. I'm telling you, if you exercise, by the end of the week, you can see a difference in your blood pressure. Now, you may need, if you are sick already, you may need to talk to your doctor about developing an exercise program, and your doctor can help you to determine whether you need any exercise restrictions. Even 10 minutes at a time, such as walking. You know, I walk, my wife walks every day. I used to walk every day, but I stopped. Now what I do, I climb stairs every day. I go up and down, up and down, up and down real fast to raise my heartbeat. And then I calm down, then I do it again. Then I calm down, then I do it again. So I'm doing about 10,000 steps a day. 10,000 steps a day, which is equivalent to about 3.5 miles. So you can either do it in one swoop or you can do it all day. I even bought an exercise machine that allows me to be on my knees and just roll. Like you are rowing a boat. I just roll, and then I can sit down on a chair, put my feet in the pedal, and I will pedal like a stationary bicycle. So that will help you. That is number 2. You've got to exercise regularly. Now, don't try to squeeze all your exercise into one weekend. No, you got to do it regularly. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Exercise daily on a regular basis. Like I always say, a body in motion stays in motion. If you don't want to develop arthritis, back pain, neck pain, joint pain, all of this pain, you need to move. You need to move, make a move. Your body has to stay in motion. A body in motion stays in motion. That's number 2. Let me go to number 3. Number 3, eat a healthy diet. Thank you, Sister Yolanda. Number 3, eat a healthy diet. Eating a healthy diet that's rich in whole grains, fruits, vegetables, and low-fat dairy products will help you. Now, I don't drink milk anymore. I don't drink animal milk. I don't drink, animal milk. I drink almond milk or coconut milk. Okay? Be careful about saturated fat. When you exercise, you can also lower your cholesterol. So once you lower your cholesterol, your blood pressure will also go lower. So eating a healthy diet is important. You may need to keep a food diary. Write down what you are eating. You can do it for just 1 week. For instance, let me give you an example. I used to monitor my eating. In the morning, I will eat oatmeal with some bananas and some walnuts and some cranberries or strawberries. That's my breakfast. Then for lunch, I will eat salmon with some green beans. And then in the evening, I would just make me a smoothie. And my smoothie consists of, 8 different mushrooms, coconut shreds. I use chlorella, chlorophyll. I also have cinnamon in it. I will squeeze some lemon in it sometimes. I put blueberries and strawberries and also some bananas, and I also use pineapples. And then I put flaxseed, and I will mix that smoothie real good. Let me tell you, that stuff will lower your blood pressure, will also lower your cholesterol. Yes. I think on one Thursday, I may actually show you how I make my healthy smoothies. And we'll show you all the ingredients and we'll make it right. I'm going to have my camera come in the kitchen and we're going to make it right in front of you so that you can see the way we are doing it. And now, if you get in the regimen of doing that, it's going to help your body. And sometimes I even put my vitamin that I showed you on last week, this vitamin right here, I put it in my smoothie. And that actually helps. Especially if I haven't taken it during the day, I will put it in my smoothie at night, and I mix it all together and take that, okay? So keep a food diary. That will help you. Consider boosting your potassium. Potassium can lessen the effects of sodium on your blood pressure. So for some of you that eat too much of salty food, take in potassium, okay? The best source of potassium is food, fruits, and vegetables. Don't try to take supplements. Your best source of potassium is from food. So now, I know potassium also, for some people, I believe that have kidney conditions, they may not be able to eat too much potassium. Sister Jean, help me with that, please. Sister Jean probably can help me with that. Because I remember people say, hey, you got to be careful with potassium. But if you have high blood pressure because of your intake of sodium, consider boosting your potassium. Okay? Be a smart shopper. Make a shopping list before heading out to the supermarket to avoid picking up junk food. I told my wife that when she comes home with these donuts and all these sugar cookies that Lady Betty buys junk. She buys a bunch of junk when she goes to the grocery store. So now we actually just stop that. Before you go to the grocery store, we're going to make a list. We go in there. We went together the other day. We picked up some healthy cereals. We picked up some nuts, some pumpkin seed, some walnuts, some lemons, some lime, some carrots. That's the way I shop when I shop with her. Because you've got to be very, very careful when you go shopping. Be a smart shopper so that you don't buy junk food and bring them home. And once in a while, you need to cut yourself some slack once in a while. You don't want to be so regimental to where you can enjoy your life. Once in a while, you can enjoy some things you like to eat, but just don't overdo it, okay? All right. Thank you, Sister Jean, for that. Little or no sodium. Little sodium. If you have kidney condition, kidney problem already, little sodium. Little potassium, rather. Little potassium or no potassium at all. Thank you very much. I remember that from another brother that had a kidney failure. That was a member of our church. He actually was on dialysis 3 times a week. And that was one thing I remember that they told him to reduce his intake of potassium. Okay? All right, number 4. Thank you, Sister Yolanda. She's ready. Number 4. Reduce sodium in your diet. Reduce sodium in your diet. Even a small reduction in the sodium in your diet can reduce your blood pressure by up to 8 mm. Okay? So limit your sodium intake to per day, 2,300 milligrams per day or less. A lower sodium level of 1,500 milligram or less is best. So reduce sodium in your diet. You need to track how much salt you have in your diet. You got to be careful when you buy canned. I don't like to eat canned goods. Okay, they're full of sodium because they use sodium to preserve them. I don't eat potato chips a lot because it is full of sodium. I check my sodium intake. So you need to track how much salt is in your diet. And also, you need to, some of the drinks that you drink also have sodium. So you want to watch the drink. Anytime you are drinking any drink, look at it real good to see how much sodium in it so that you can reduce the intake of sodium. Always read the food labels. Choose low sodium alternatives of the foods and beverages that you normally buy. So make sure you read the labels on the food that you are buying to make sure it's not full of sodium. Also, you need to eat fewer processed food. Processed food will kill you. I know you enjoy it, just enjoy it dying. So you're going to die a painful death if you don't stop. If you do not stop, it's a painful death, and it's a slow death. Blood pressure goes up, they put you on medication, you don't watch it, you're gaining weight, you're eating all of these chips and cookies, and now you keep gaining weight, then your kidney burns out, now you got a low quality of life. You got to spend 8 hours, 3 days a week to go to dialysis. And then after a while, you are bedridden, dying slowly. It's a slow death. So you need to eat fewer processed food. Potato chips, frozen dinners are full of sodium. Bacon is full of sodium. You know those processed lunch meats? The lunch meals that come in those packages, I don't eat them. I really don't. I've not had a lunch meal in probably over 15 years because I know it is full of sodium. You cannot keep eating that stuff, especially if you're over 20. You cannot keep eating that, okay? So you need to eat fewer processed foods. Don't add salt. Don't add salt. Use a lot of herbs and spices to flavor your food. And also, you can ease into it. If you don't feel like you can drastically reduce your sodium in your diet suddenly, cut back gradually. And your taste bud will adjust over time. I don't eat at Papacitos anymore. Their food, to me, will kill you. It's too salty. I'm sorry if you love Papacitos. Good for you. The past 3 months, I ate there twice. And it was so salty, I sent it back. They brought me another plate. It was still salty. That's because I've reduced my sodium intake so I can sense when food is very salty. All right? Let me go to number 5. Number 5, limit the amount of alcohol you drink. Alcohol can be both good and bad for your health. I mean, now, I know some of you are going to say, well, Pastor said I can drink a little liquor. In small amounts, if you drink wine in small amounts, it can actually potentially lower your blood pressure. But not much, but only 4 milligrams of mercury. So, I don't know. I mean, 4 millimeters, rather. 4 millimeters of mercury. But most people, I would say, stay away from alcohol. It will raise your blood pressure. If you're drinking more than 1 drink a day, as a man or a woman, you are drinking way too much. Okay? Now, track your drinking patterns. Track your drinking patterns. Consider tapering off yourself from alcohol. Okay? Be very careful. Having 4 or more drinks in a row can cause large and sudden increase in blood pressure, in addition to other health problems. You can really make your heart go out. Some of you that want to go get drunk, drinking 2, 3, 4, 5, glasses of liquor, you are killing yourself slowly. And if you don't kill yourself, buy life insurance and make me the beneficiary so you can drink yourself to death. I'll collect after you die. I'll put you away real nice. If you're going to kill yourself, make sure you get a life insurance. All that liquor, all that food you are eating, you're going to kill yourself. All right, I know I'm being funny, but it's not funny. Blood pressure is nothing to play with. All right, let's go to number 5. Number 5. That was number 4. Oh, that was number 5, right? Limit alcohol intake. Number 6, avoid tobacco products and secondhand smoke. Number 6, thank you, Sister Yolanda. Number 6, avoid tobacco products and secondhand smoke. So if you're smoking cigarette, if you're chewing tobacco, you need to avoid tobacco products. And also avoid secondhand smoke. You go into them clubs where the building is full of smoke, you are getting secondhand smoke that's going to damage your lungs and actually also raise your blood pressure. Okay? Avoid secondhand smoke. Inhaling smoke from others also puts you at risk of health problems. So a lot of you that go to those clubhouses where the smoke is filling up the building, they're smoking and dancing, you are killing yourself. You're going to end up with a lung disease and high blood pressure that will end up killing you, and heart disease. So avoid tobacco products and secondhand smoke. Let me go to number 7. My time is almost up. Number 7, cut back on caffeine. Cut back on caffeine. That doesn't mean you shouldn't drink coffee, but you cannot be drinking 4, 5, 6 cups of coffee a day. It will raise your blood pressure. Cut back on caffeine, caffeinated drinks. Okay? If your blood pressure increases by 5 to 10 points, you may be sensitive to the blood pressure raising effects of caffeine. So let's say you drink coffee or caffeinated drinks and you check your blood pressure and it goes up. That means your body reacts, your body is sensitive to caffeine to raise your blood pressure. I remember my son Joshua drank one of the energy drinks one time years ago. I believe it was a Bull or one of those energy drinks. 5-hour energy, one of them. He told me on his way back driving from Austin to Houston, he thought he was going to have a heart attack. His chest started hurting. The heart was beating so fast. So you need to be careful. Some of your young people drinking 5-hour energy drink, you are killing yourself. You are killing yourself. You need to stop it while you are ahead, before your heart gives out and your kidney gives out. You need to watch it, okay? Number 7, cut back on caffeine. Number 8, I'm almost through. Number 8, reduce your stress. Stress or anxiety can temporarily increase blood pressure. Take some time out to think about what's causing you to feel stressed. It may be your work, maybe your family, maybe your finances, maybe some kind of illness. Once you know what is causing your stress, consider how to eliminate the stress or reduce the stress. For instance, if my wife is stressing me out, I remove myself from that condition. It doesn't mean I'm going to divorce her. It doesn't mean I'm going to leave her. It just means I'm going to leave the room where she's talking and stressing me out. Or I'm going to put some nice music in my ears and tune her out. You've got to find a way to reduce stress. If my wife is stressing me out, it's about time for me to get on my treadmill. See, me getting on the treadmill going to cause me to not listen to the garbage that's stressing me out. Find a way to de-stress. Find a way to reduce your stress. If it's your job, you need to find a way to reduce it. And also try to take breaks while you are working. Take some breaks for deep breathing exercises, like just breathe in. Okay. All of you, some of you are watching me right now. Just breathe in and hold your breath for a few seconds. Breathe in for about 10. Breathe in real good, like, and hold it. And let it out slowly. Breathe in again. Hold it. Let it out. Take deep breaths. It will help you to de-stress. You can do it several times during the day. You can also get a massage. Get a massage. You can take up yoga. Or you can do meditation. Meditation. Let me tell you how I reduce my stress by watching a movie. Because I'm not thinking about nothing, just sitting there, sipping my juice and watching a good movie. It lowers my stress. And another thing that lowers my stress is what I'm reading. If I'm reading materials, it lowers my stress. When I'm helping people that want to be helped, not the boneheads that don't want to be helped. You tell them something, they don't do it, they raise my blood pressure. But I'm talking about the ones that you talk to and they are actually doing what you ask them to do When I see people's life changing, their finances changing, their health is changing, it helps with my stress level. Thank you, Sister Yolanda. Number 8, reduce your stress. Number 9, monitor your blood pressure at home. Number 9, Sister Vivian said, watch very good comments, Sister Vivian. Watch some comedy shows. Just watch a comedy movie. Laugh out loud. I do that sometimes, Sister Vivian. I do that. I go online. I just watch, I just watch different funny videos and laugh. Sometimes people be walking and say, man, he must be crazy. He's in the office by himself laughing. It reduces stress. Thank you very much. Number 9, monitor your blood pressure at home. I take my blood pressure twice a day. In the morning and then at night. Let me tell you one way you can also lower your blood pressure. When you wake up in the morning, before you get in the shower, drink a bottle of water. Finish 8 to 16 ounces of water, and then get in the shower. It lowers your blood pressure some. Okay? Also, you need to make regular doctor's appointments. Have a primary care doctor. Visit your doctor regularly. I go once a year. I'm about to start going every 6 months. Every 6 months. I'm just going to check myself in. Doc, check everything out. I want to know what's going on. In 6 months, things can go crazy in your body if you don't watch it. I want to know what is going on so that I can fix it before it goes really bad. So at minimum once a year, make sure you get a routine doctor's visit. All right? Now, number 10. Number 10, that's the last one. Get support from family and friends. Like we are doing at New Covenant. If you are watching us, you don't belong to any church, come to New Covenant. Starting next Sunday, after service, we're going to be doing what is called sweating in the spirit. We're going to have an aerobic exercise every Sunday after service for people that want to be there. If you don't want to be there, you get your praise on, you get a good word, and bye, see you later. And the rest of us that want to be wealthy, healthy, and overcome, we're going to change clothes, and we're going to sweat in the spirit a little bit for 30 minutes to an hour before we go home. Okay? So if you don't have a church home, you can join us. Our address is 12401 and a half South Post Oak Road in Houston, Texas. 12401 and a half South Post Oak Road in Houston, Texas. If you live in Houston, Sugar Land, Katy, Stafford, Missouri City, Richmond, Pearland, join us. A church alive is worth the drive, and New Covenant is alive and well. So join us every Sunday, 11 o'clock for service, and then 12:30, we're going to have our Sweating in the Spirit program just to get people to work out. This is called a support system. Get support from family and friends. Maybe get a friend that you can walk with, that you can walk together or, ride bicycle together, whatever. Get some friends that can support you in your journey for getting away from, this disease called high blood pressure. All right. My time is up tonight. I hope you have learned some things. Make sure you hold your blood pressure down. Okay. You can, let me give you some more stuff here. You can take Horton berries, L-arginine, fish oil, magnesium, B6, and garlic. Sister Yolanda, maybe you can type it for me. Hawthorn berries. Hawthorn berries. L-arginine. I tell you what, let me see if I can type it too. Since our time is up and I'm through. Hawthorn. It's called Hawthorn berries. Okay, you can actually buy L-arginine online. Also fish oil, magnesium, magnesium. Okay, and what else? B6, vitamin B6, and garlic. Okay, I just put this up there for you all. I'm going to pin that to my, I don't know if my AV people can pin it for me. Okay, we just pin the message up for you so that you can see it at the top of your screen. So hawthorn berries, L-arginine, fish oil, magnesium, B6, and garlic. All those can also help with your blood pressure. Okay, so I've got a comment all the way. Okay, sweating in the spirit, keep the body moving. All right, Sister Yo. Hey, I'm going to need you to be a cheerleader next Sunday, okay? Tell them, move it, move it, move it, move it. Raise a leg, move it, move it, move it. Come on, move it. Sweating in the spirit, keep the body moving. I know she's going to help us too. So thank you very much. I've got a comment from Africa. Pastor Oriola, what about cholesterol? High cholesterol is very deadly. So what do you do about high cholesterol? You've got to join me next Thursday at 7:30 on this same channel, 7:30 Central Standard Time, on another edition of What's Going On. I'm going to be dealing with cholesterol, what it does in the body, how to get rid of it, and how to become whole. Until then, this is Pastor Akin. I love you, and Jesus loves you more. Good night, family.